Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And today we are going to be making this, I'm going to call a quad heart square. So there's 4 hearts on there, so I'm calling it the quad. Anyway, we are going to start out by chaining 30 as usual. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. Alright, so we, just like the other heart squares, we are doing Tunisian crochet. And so now we need to work on our base stitch first. So what we're going to do, starting in the second chain from the hook, you're going to pick up a loop, and then from every chain across. And then by the time that you get all of these loops picked up, you should have 30 loops on your hook. And if you don't, then you're going to start over because you have to have 30. I usually use the back bumps of the chain because to me, when you put a border on the square, it's a lot easier. It leaves this nice stitching that looks like stitches at the bottom. Alright, we're just about there. We're going to count our loops to make sure we have 30. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Yep, we've got 30. Alright, now we're going to go do return pass. In the first, we're going to bring yarn through one loop first, just the one loop, and now we're going to go through 2 loops. So you're going to go through 2 loops all the way back until you have 1 loop left on your hook. And now we have our base stitching. Now anytime, no matter what stitch you'll be using, this is the first row of every project in Tunisian crochet. You have to put the base stitches in first. And then now we're going to do a knit stitch because we've been knit stitching this month. So what we're going to do is we're going to go straight through. Just right here is it's the second one, by the way, because this one counts as a loop on the hook always. That first loop is always on your hook already. So we skip this one and go to the second one, and we're going to go straight through and come back. So it goes in between. As you can see, it's like a loop. There's a front and the back, and you're going to go right in between those two and go straight back and bring out the yarn. And it brings that back one to the front, so it looks like a knit stitch. And so we're going to do that with every one. In every row, you should always have 30 loops on your hook. That will never change in this pattern. Alright, at this point we have 29 loops on our hook. The last stitch is this one here at the end. There is 2 strings. You want to go through both of those strings right there like that and bring the loop through. And you will do that at the end of every row. So then again, your return pass is the same. You're going to go through 1 and then go through 2 all the way back. And then you need to do 1 more row because we need 3 rows of this white before we start our picture. So we will be back for row 4 next. Alright, so I'm going to go over the colors that we'll be using. I don't think we can get big twist yarns anymore because this was a Joann Fabrics brand. I heard that Michaels is going to be carrying it, but I haven't seen it in there yet. So I have no idea what's going on with that. But anyway, this one, I don't know if you have these, but you may have these because this one is called Hot Pink. Alright, and then this other one is Cotton Candy Pink. And then this one is a lilac. And then I use another purple, and it is, I love this yarn, and I know you can get this. It's called Amethyst. So it's a little bit darker than that lilac. So I thought that they would go good together. Anyway, those are the 4 color hearts that I'm making. And we are going to start out with the Cotton Candy yarn. The lighter pink. And we're going to start out with 10 white to start out with. This is row 4. So there's 2, because remember, this one always counts, the one that's already on the hook. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now we need to bring in this lighter pink, and we are going to put 3. We need 3 of them. I'm going to bring it in. There we go. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And now we need to bring in another white. And we need 3 white next. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then we need another pink. So you're going to need 2 balls. You're going to need 3 balls of white and 2 balls of each of those colors. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Now the other ball of white. We're going to finish this off by putting 11 white in. Finish off the row. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Alright, so this is what it looks like on the hook, your loops. Work those off like we've been doing, and then we'll be back for row 5 next. Sorry, I'm going to show you how to work off the different colors. So we're almost over to the pink. So once you get to, you're all done with your whites, once you get to the pink, you pick up the pink, and then you work off the pinks. So you always have a white one here, and if the next one is pink, that's the one that you want to work off. And then you kind of just pull that white. So we're going to work off the other 2 pinks. And now we're done with those. Now we're going to go back to the white. And we're going to work off these 3 whites. But that yarn's all right. We kind of don't pull it too tight. And then we need to work off the pinks. And then you take and work off the rest of the whites here. And then you just pull that so that they're kind of together. All right, row 4 is done. All right, so let's do row 5. We're going to start out with 9 white this time. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need 5 pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 white, so we'll drop that pink and bring in this white right here, and now you need 5 pink again, so find your other pink going over here, and then we need 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, what happened? All right, here's the other pink one. I picked up the wrong pink one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to finish off with 10 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, so this is what it looks like, and just work them off just like I showed you last row. We'll work them off the same way, and we'll be back for row 6 in a moment. All right, so row 6, we're going to start out with 8 white. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we need 13 pink. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now when we get to this point right here, this middle white and this other pink, we can cut those 2 off. We don't need those anymore. I always cut them off long because I want to sew down those ends. All right, so I think we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And then we need 9 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alright, this is what this row looks like. And then just work those off. We'll be back for row 7 next. Alright, so row 7, we'll start out with 8 white again. Well, actually, row 7 and 8 are the exact same. So what we just did. So it's 8 white, 13 pink, and 9 white. So do the next 2 rows the same, and we'll be back for row 9 next. Alright, so row 9 now, because we did that 3 rows of the same. 6, 7, and 8 are the same. So row 9, we need 9 white. So here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we need 11 of the pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we need 10 white to finish it off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Alright, so this is what it looks like on the hook. Work those off. We'll be back for row 10 next. Alright, so row 10, we're going to start out with 4 white. So this is 2, 3, and 4. And at the beginning of the video, I told you you're going to need 2 balls of each of those colors. You only need 1 ball of the purples. And we could have probably done just 1 ball of the pinks too, because it would just go across that little ways, and I don't think it would have made a difference. So we are going to use the darker purple now. And we need 3 of those. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And it looks like we're going to need 4 balls of white. So let's alright. So before I go any further, I'll be right back. Alright, so you're gonna need 4 balls of white for this project. So we did 4 white and then 3 purple, and now we need 3 white. So I'm bringing in another ball of white here. And then you need 9 pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now we're going to bring in another white here, and we need 3 white. So there's 1, 2, well actually, wait a minute, we'll put that white at the end. We already have a white over here. So there's 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to use the lighter purple on this end, and we need 3 of those. So there's 1, 2, 3. Now let's bring in this other white one. We should have 5 white left. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then that's what it should look like. All right, work those off, and we'll be back for row 11. 11 next. All right, so row 11, we're going to start out with the 3 white. So this is 2 and 3. And then we need 5 of this darker purple on this side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need 3 white. 1, 2, 3. And then we need 7 pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 3 white. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then 5 of this lighter purple on this side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we should have 4 white to finish it off. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you can see, we're just about done with 1 heart, and we started 2 more hearts on the sides over here. So this is what it looks like, this row looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 12 next. Okay, so row 12, we're going to start out with 2 white. So there's already 1 on the hook. Put 1 more in. And then we need 7 of the purple, or this darker lavender. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we need 3 white, alright, let's do 3 white then. And then 5 pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 white. 1, 2, 3, and then 7 of the lavender on this side. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we should have 3 white to finish it off with. So there's 1, 2, and 3 here. Alright, so this is what this row looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 13 next. In row 13, we're going to start out with 2 white again. Alright, this time we need 8 purple. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 right here. Then you need 3 white. 1, 2, 3, and 3 pink. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 white again. 1, 2, 3, and then we need the 8 purple again, or the lavender on this side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you should have 3 white left over. So there's 2 and 3. Yep. Alright, so this is what this row looks like on the hook. Finish off the row by working those off, and we will be back for row 14 next. All right. So row 14, again, we have 2 white to start out with. So there's 2. Then we need 9 of these purple. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need 3 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 1 pink. That finishes off that pink heart. And then 3 white. So there's 1, 2, 3. And then you need the 9 lavender for this side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then 3 white to finish it off. So there's 1, 2, and 3. All right, so that's what it looks like on this side. So let's finish off that row by working those off, and we'll be back for row 15 next. All right, so we finished up this pink heart, as you can see right there. Beautiful. We're going to cut off the pink and this white on this side, and we're going to keep this white for the middle. So I'm going to cut them 2 off. We don't need those anymore. We're eventually going to need that white again, so I'll just leave it there. All right. So row 15, we are going to start out with 3 white. So there's 1, 2, and 3. And now we need 9 purple again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need 3 hearts. No, 5 white. Goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you're going to need 9 of the lavender on this side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we should have 4 white to finish this off. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm really having a lot of fun with this one. I like this one. I thought this one was going to be hard, but it's not that hard. I really like this. All right, so what we're going to do then is you're going to need to work those off to finish off that row. And then we'll be back for row 16 next. Alright, so row 16, we're going to start out with 4 white. So this is 2, 3, and 4. And then we need 9 purple. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you're going to need 3 white. 1, 2, 3. And then 9 purple or lavenders on this side. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you should have 5 white left over. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, so that's what it looks like on the hook. Work those off. We'll be back for row 17 next. Alright, so row 17, we're going to start out with 3 white. So there's 2 and 3. And then you're going to need 9 purple again. Grab it. Come on. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you need 5 white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 9 lavender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then we should have 4 white left over. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Alright, and there's what it looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 18 next. Alright, so row 18, we're going to start out with 2 white. So there's 2 there, and then we need 9 purple. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we need 3 white. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to bring in my other pink, which is the hot pink. We need 1 hot pink next. and then we need to bring in the other white and put 3 white in next. So there's one. Make sure those ends are long enough so I can work them in. 2, 3, and then you're going to need 9 lavender. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we should have 3 white left over. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so this is what it looks like on the hook. Just work those off to finish off the row, and we'll be back for row 19 next. Alright, row 19. We're going to start out with 2 white again. So we already got one on the hook, so let's put another one on. And this time we need 8 purple. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, then we need 3 white. So there's 1, 2, 3. 3 hot pink. 1, 2, 3, and 3 white again. So there's 1, 2, 3. Then 8 lavender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we should have 3 white left over. So there's 1, 2, and 3. Alright, so this is what it looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 20 next. Alright, so row 20, we're going to start out with 2 white again. And then we need 7 purple. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we need 3 white. So 1, 2, 3. 5 hot pink. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 white. 1, 2, 3, and then 7 lavender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we should have 3 white left. 1, 2, 3. All right, there you have it. So work those off, and we'll be back for row 21 next. All right, row 21, we'll start out with 3 white. So there's 1, 2, 3. Then we need 5 purple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to need 3 white. 1, 2, 3. We're going to need 7 hot pink. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 3 white. 1, 2, 3. And then 5 lavender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you should have 4 white left over. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so there is that. Finish that row off by working them off, and we'll be back for row 22 next. So row 22, we're going to start out with 4 white. So there's 2, 3, 4. This row finishes up our side hearts. We need 3 purple. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to need 3 white. So 1, 2, 3, and 9 hot pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And then 3 white again. 1, 2, 3. 3 lavender. 1, 2, 3. And then we should have 5 white left over. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, there's what that row looks like on the hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 24 next, or 23 next. All right, so now we're done with the purple and the lavender, so we can cut those off. As soon as I find it, there we go. Pull those out of there. All right, so row 23, we are starting out with 9 white. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we won't need those whites, will we? We won't need the middle whites either, so we cut them off too. This white, that white we're going to need, but this end white we won't need. So we cut the end one off. All right. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 and 9. All right, and then we need 11 of the hot pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we just need 10 white to finish this off. No, yeah, 10 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Look at our beautiful hearts. And we have one more to finish, and we are almost done with this. So there's what it should look like on your hook. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 24 next. All right, so row 24, we're going to start out with 8 white. So here is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we need 13 hot pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we'll finish this off by putting 9 white in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so there's that row. Now you work those off and you repeat this row 2 more times. So 35 and 36 is the same. So we will be back for 25 and 26. What is it? And we'll be back for row 27 then. All right, so row 27 then, we are going to start out with 9 white. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we need 5 hot pink. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to bring in another white right here, put 1 white in. I'm not going to bring in another hot pink though, I don't think. So, we'll see how this goes. So we need 5 hot pink again after the 1 white. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we need 10 white to finish it off. Get it to go through there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so that's what that should look like. Work those off, and we'll be back for row 28 next. Alright, row 28, we're going to finish up this heart. We're going to start out with 10 white. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, here's 10 right here. And then we need 3 hot pink. 1, 2, 3. 3 white. 1, 2, and 3. And then 3 hot pink again. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to finish this off by putting 11 white in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Beautiful. All right, so we'll work those off, and then we'll be back for rows 29 and 30 next. Okay, so that finished off our hot pink yarn, our heart, so we're going to cut off the hot pink and that middle white. We don't need either one of those anymore. And also this other white as well. We're going to cut this off because we are all done with color. We're just going to do the white now. And what you're going to do then is you're just going to just do 30 white across 2 times. So we need 29 and 30 is just plain white with which is 30 white, You'll have 30 white on your hook by the time you're done with the row. Alright, and then I am going to sew it down my ends, and once I get that done, we will be back to do the border on this. I will see you then. Okay, so I've got my ends in, and this is what the square looks like. And now we're going to put a border on this. Isn't this beautiful? I love it. All right. So, just like in the last 3 squares we made, we're going to do a half double crochet bind off. So we're just going to, like we're knitting, but we're using the half double crochet to do it. So I switched over to my regular hook. This is my 6mm hook. And just go in like we're knitting, just like we were doing to each one, but we're just going to put a half double crochet on the top of each one of them. And this is how we're binding this off. So we'll do this all the way down until we get to the end. Alright, and then right at the end here, going through those two, like we were, you need 3 half double crochets in that stitch. And then you're just going to half double crochet in each stitch down, and making sure that in the corners you put your 3 half double crochets in the corners, and just go all the way around it like that. So I will see you for round 2 of this border. Okay, so row 2, we're going to half double crochet in the 3rd loop, which is the loop behind that half double crochet, the one below. So we're going to get in that 3rd loop and half double crochet in there. So it leaves this chain like but when you get to the corners, you're going to half double crochet in the 3rd loop of that middle one, because the corners is 3 half double crochets. So you're going to go to the middle one and put 3 half double crochets in that 3rd loop. And you're going to do this all the way around, and then we'll be back for round 3 of this border. Okay, so the last row, which is row 3 of this border, we're going to single crochet in that 3rd loop. So we find the loop. We're just going to single crochet in there. And then you're going to put 3 single crochets in that middle stitch in the corner in the 3rd loop. So we're just going all the way around in the 3rd loop, single crocheting, and putting 3 single crochets in each corner. And that is what this is going to look like. This is so beautiful. Love this. Um, so we'll you finish going all the way around it, and I hope you guys are having a lot of fun making up these hearts with me. This blanket's going to be so much fun. I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day, and bye bye now.